It's Friday. Welcome to LA Dawson Leads with Love. Today I'm leading with love by building up the immune system. In these times with the coronavirus and the pandemic, we have to take care of our immune system more than anything. So I'm making something called an anti-inflammatory elixir, whose main ingredient is turmeric. Now, it's very simple. I start with a simple saucepan. I spray it with a Pam-like ingredient that's natural. And then I add 1.5 cups of water. And don't worry, this recipe is on author LA Dawson on Instagram, and you can also find it with this post on Facebook. The next ingredient is 1/2 cup of turmeric. I'm going to add that. Now I use either organic or regular turmeric depending upon what's available. And I usually get it at the Indian grocery store where I shop at. The next ingredient is 1/2 piece of fresh organic ginger, which I have grated, and you can see the pieces are still stuck on here. And I'm just going to take a little spoon and put that into the elixir. Get as much of it as I can. And these ingredients can all be changed and, well, not changed, keep the ingredients, but altered to your liking for your sense of taste. Except when we get to we have a tablespoon of cinnamon, 3 teaspoons full of black pepper to activate the curcumin in the turmeric powder. We have some nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I've already put that in this little bowl, and I'm going to add that. So the pepper amount to the turmeric amount is very important because we have to release that ingredient that causes this anti-inflammatory response in the body. And the reason we want that is because inflammation can lead to disease, and we want to prevent disease in the body. So the next ingredient is 3 teaspoons full of coconut oil. I use this coconut oil for this one. It's organic and it's like in a solid form. It doesn't matter if it's liquid or solid. I've added to this my vanilla, 1 teaspoonful of vanilla and 2 teaspoons full of organic maple syrup. I'm now going to turn on the burner. I'm going to add this to my elixir, and I'm going to stir it until it congeals. And as I do that, this is a small amount, so I saved a jelly jar, and this is what I'm going to use, because I have these normal size ones, which I use a lot, but I've given so many away, I don't have any smaller ones left. But if I double or triple the recipe, I can save it like this. How long does it last in the fridge? It depends on who you talk to. People say 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I found you can actually keep it in your refrigerator for a few months. Is the as intense activation of the curcumin? That I can't tell you, but I've been doing this for years and years and years. And I take a teaspoon to a tablespoon in my coffee every day. And then I add a little whatever nut milk I use for my coffee on that particular day. And then I add a tiny little sliver of grass-fed butter. And it almost is like a simple breakfast with some nutritive values. Now there's all kinds of arguments of decaf, regular. But that's not really what we're talking about today. We're talking about this anti-inflammatory elixir. So it's all congealing. And what will happen is that when you put, this needs to be refrigerated, and you will notice that the coconut oil will come to the bottom. So just simply stir it and add it to your coffee, nut milk, or tea, any time of day that you want to drink it. I do it once a day, and I find it's had a response on my inflammation I had in my body, just as having had neurological Lyme disease. So you're going to come back a little later. I'm going to take you to my tea table, and I will show you exactly how I use this anti-inflammatory elixir. This is LA Dawson, and please remember, especially in these times, to always lead with love.